discuss. Shall we talk about the Phil Mickelson, Tom Brady versus
staying in the
Tiger
NFL.
Woods, Peyton Manning golf tournament that will be happening is it in early May?
So in this month, it was April 1st, but it was not an April Fool's joke. CNBC did confirm that there were negotiations going on, which probably means it's going to be an NBC broadcast, about this foursome playing for, I assume, charity. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of side bets as well. Is Brady allowed to bet on a golf match on himself?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Because you know how like Tiger and Phil did this last Black Friday, I believe, and they put like a bunch of money on it. But it's going to be something like that. I think there's going to be some charities involved, and I think it's just going to be great seeing these guys mic'd up for 18 holes.
That'll be the first time I've watched golf since Happy Gilmore. And also, didn't know this broke on April 1st. Is it confirmed on April Fool's Day joke?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah, it's very, very confirmed.
Okay.
I know it's so that's not a great marketing play.
That is not a great marketing strategy.
Golf, but I will absolutely watch that. That sounds great.
Yeah, I mean anything those four guys, like it's two of what. Well, I'm sure Phil Mickelson at one point was a top 5 golfer. I mean, not anymore, but it's those two golfers and two of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. It's crazy to see any of these guys, mic'd up for an extremely extended period of time. I hope. Well, I don't know if they were going to plan on doing this or not. Coronavirus or no coronavirus. I'm so glad they're doing it though, because we need something to watch.
Yes,
that is not a 1990 Beanpot game at the Old Garden. It was cool seeing the Old Garden for a couple days, but that's all.
Yeah, but you get tired of it eventually.
Like you can't watch, and we talked about this in Jimmy's class earlier too, Jake. Like you can only watch so much. Like when I brought up the Ball in a Cup tournament that Gronk and Camille Kostek and the Barstool guys and Danny Amendola and Trevor Bauer are all. I think Mike Studd started it with Post Malone. Like that's better than the classics on TV. Like
yeah, I think
one of the stuff, and I think as long as they can like not get each other sick, they have to do this. They should make this a 4-day event, just like any major.
Well, there's
camera crew, so it's minimum risk. It's not a large gathering.
Right, no fans.
Yeah, I think there's two things that this sort of sporting event two things that it will solve, or two problems that it will have to address. First of all, if anybody gets sick from the sporting event, that is an absolute PR nightmare. So I think they're going to go through every single precaution that they can to make sure that doesn't happen, especially with, at that time, presumably the country will still probably be in large-scale social isolation. So I think it is imperative for them to make sure that nobody comes down with the disease. And second of all, to your point about the way that it's getting tiring to watch sporting events that have already happened, I think, as I was saying earlier in our sports PR class as well, I think it's very enjoyable to watch tape and break down specific
totally
games
different
from a certain view, which is why I love that
NFL
stuff
you
do
year round
free.
though.
But no, exactly.
You just have it for free now.
Yeah, but I just can't sit down and watch a game that already happened and get excited.
Like
about
I
what's
happened
happening.
to turn on ESPN in the last 5 minutes of the Warriors Cavs finals where the Cavs won was on, and I was like, sorry, say it again.
That's the 3-1 comeback series.
Yes, in 16, I believe.
One of the few times I watch basketball professionally. Yes,
and that was great. Kyrie made a great shot. I hate that guy now with all my heart. He really deserves to be hated. But it was crazy, and it was a crazy moment in sport. But it was 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have watched an old basketball game. Like that was one of the only basketball games I watched, anyways. Because since the Big Three broke up, I really haven't. The Celtics Big Three. I really haven't watched much basketball at all. Who?
I thought you meant the real Big Three.
Who's that? DeGrom, Harvey, and Syndergaard?
That too. But I meant LeBron, Wade, and Bosh.
Ew.
That was the second big three.
Oh, yeah.
The not real either big three.
Hold on, before we get off too much on a tangent, I want to get everybody's predictions for the golf tournament. And I'll start by saying, as much as it pains me to say this, because
So wait a
Brady,
second. We'll let Sam know this. Phil Mickelson won the Tiger Phil match last year.
Yeah, but
it was right around Thanksgiving.
So as much as it
ago.
pains me to say this as a massive Brady fan, even though I do like Tiger Woods a lot at this point in his career, I think one, Tiger is a better golfer at this point in his career. And two,
Phil, yes.
And two, and I don't think that's really that much of an argument. And two, which might even be more of a dark horse, which obviously I don't have anything that's a great indication of how good of golfers Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are. I know they do both golf a pretty consistent amount, but I mean, Peyton Manning's been retired for 2 years. You'd have to think that gives him an advantage. Or 3 years, sorry. Is it 3 years? It's been a while. So, I mean, that just has to give him an inherent advantage because, I mean, what else do you think he's doing other than golfing? Because he has to keep that competitive spirit up because athletes of that caliber just simply can't go without competition. And I think that Peyton probably has allocated a lot of time to golf. So between those two factors, I think Tiger and Peyton are going to win the match. But I hope, obviously, Brady's team wins it.
Just to confirm, since I didn't know this till right now, I didn't know the teams were announced. I thought it was just the four of them. The teams are Tiger and Manning and then Brady and Mickelson.
Yes.
All right. So, in my opinion, knowing very little about golf, Tiger won a major in the past couple of years, right? Didn't he have
the Masters?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago or last year.
All right,
I believe the Masters was last year, correct?
Yeah, it might have been.
The two pro golfers are going to be within a couple strokes of each other. They're both pros. They're both going to do really good. I don't really care about which team I'm picking in terms of those two. I'm more focused on Brady and Manning because those are the two where one of them could suck and be 11 strokes behind and cost his team the game. And I feel like if someone's more likely to do that, it'd be Brady because he's focused on football right now. He's not playing.
Absolutely.
So for that reason, just because of Peyton alone and just because he's been retired longer or he is retired, I'm taking Manning and Tiger. And I will put $5 on it while I'm at it.
Ooh.
So I mean, I'm going to have to pick Brady and Phil, partly because you guys
I can't
both picked that. But I'm obviously going to be rooting for them. So I think Tiger's the better golfer right now.
Yes.
Phil and Tiger are obviously going to be – I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty – when they faced off one-on-one last time, I think it went into OT, which is crazy. I mean, what more could you want unless they rigged it? But, maybe they were good enough to rig it that much at
hard to rig
life. But it's yes, I know. Although golf is the sport to rig like that.
It wouldn't be difficult.
Golf's the sport to do it.
Yeah, maybe you could do it with putts and stuff.
No, but I don't think they did.
No, obviously I don't think they did either.
So, yeah, like you said, right now, until May, whatever, when this thing happens, or hopefully this thing happens, knock on wood, all Peyton's going to do is golf.
And that's all he's probably done for
Brady's
years.
Probably going to hop on a private jet to Montana at some point, meet up with Godwin. I mean, I think Brady would trust if, he makes Godwin and Evans social distance or OJ Howard and Evans or someone. I think they can go up to Montana and he's got to focus on football and a new team. And this is going to be awesome. And I think he's going to go balls to the walls during the match. But I don't think he's going to prepare too much because it's not like if
you still do think he's going to win?
Yes.
Wow.
I do.
So blind faith in Tom Brady.
See, it's not blind faith when it's Tom Brady, man.
No, but it's golf. It's a different sport. I know
Tom Brady. Greatest athlete in sports history.
Okay, I actually do agree with that. But I just think that
Bill Russell?
But you You can't. Oh my god! But you can't overcome a severe talent deficiency. And I'm not even saying I know that Brady's worse than
Well,
Manning
wait,
at golf.
time out.
I honestly have
So
no idea.
when it's teams of two in golf, this is how I've been golfing twice in my life, and it
Okay,
wasn't teams.
I played high school
So
golf senior year.
so when it's teams of two, they do combined
Yes.
score.
Yes.
My knowledge
Because
of Gilmore watching the Happy and Bob Barker scene.
Yes.
They-
but that was 1-on-1, so obviously that's. Uh-oh.
But
Someone throwing around pots
just
and pans.
in general, I have no idea who's the better golfer in reality. I'm just saying that based on the fact.
Well, I know
that
right now
Brady's had-
Tiger's better of the two pros.
Well, no, I'm saying for
of
the football
QBs.
players. Yeah,
Yes.
it just.
Wait, what were you saying about Happy Gilmore?
Me?
Yes.
I was just
I
saying.
cut you off. My bad.
No, I don't think you cut me off.
Oh.
We were
sorry.
talking. You said you were asking if they combine the scores, and I said from Happy Gilmore, when Happy plays with Bob Barker, I believe they do combine the scores.
I can confirm they combine scores.
Okay. Because when they do the pro-ams, they might take the lowest score for each hole and move on. You know what I mean?
Definitely don't do that.
Yeah, they're not.
I don't
gonna
think
do
they're
it,
going to do
no.
that either. Yeah, because then there's no point in Peyton or Brady.
Missing putts and get into a fight with them. Of course.
Right.